Okay, guys, as we have known, this is not fresh news right now that Wicked for Good has cratered in its third weekend, but let's take a look at what we're saying here, and then we'll dive into what this means for Universal. So Wicked for Good box office has cratered. A sequel now projected to finish far below the original. This comes from a little website called That Park Place. It is written by a guy named Moi. And we're going to, let's see, the Wicked for Good box office has gone to a full collapse in its third weekend with a disastrous 72.9% drop, despite a massive opening weekend and sky-high anticipation for Universal's holiday musical event. The sequel is now projected to finish its run at just $540 to $590 million worldwide. Now, according to new industry estimates highlighted by Film Updates, that's what we're at. You take a look at the tweet right here. You see our two favorite wackadoodles, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, sitting on their little swing there. They're saying the film cost $150 million to produce. That is the typical Hollywood line that they like to feed you about, they made these movies for practically nothing. No, like it costs a lot of money to make, and they spent a gazillion dollars on marketing for this movie. This movie was marketed everywhere, guys. I saw Wicked everywhere I looked, whether it was you walked into Target and it was basically Wicked are us. But the number puts it hundreds of millions below the original 2024 Wicked, which topped 758.7 million globally. Guys, I said this from the beginning. This movie is not going to do as well as the first one because it has no rewatchability factor. Basically, it's a much darker film. It has a much darker tone. It doesn't have all of the awesome songs that we originally had in the first one. It is the third act of a 3-act narrative, the second act of the play. It's not a complete story, and it's not going, and I said it's not going to do very well. Now, has it made its money back? It's very possible it's made its money back. It's very possible it is a financial success, but Universal did not just want a success here, guys. They wanted to build a massive $1 billion IP that they could then hang their hats on. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not wrong about that at all.
Yeah. Did either of you see Wicked for Good?
No. I saw the first one just about a week ago.
Okay.
I know I was late to that game. I haven't seen the second one, but I understand now how this movie or this whole genre is like very specific to those theater kids. I'm like, now I get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So essentially what Universal was hoping for here was $2 billion movies. Right now they've got two movies that together made $1 billion, but that does not a $1 billion franchise make. They wanted to start injecting this everywhere. They wanted to inject it specifically into their theme parks, from what we have heard. There have been rumors flying around that Epic Universe was going to expand beyond the roller coaster there that somebody died on. Why am I blanking on
Stardust Racers?
Stardust Racers. It was supposed to go beyond Stardust Racers. There was going to be a Wicked Land and Oz Land. Apparently, several higher ups in the Universal C-suite love the Wizard of Oz. They really want to make that. They really wanted to make that a presence in the theme parks. We saw it over at Universal Studios proper, where they turned the Hello Kitty store into the Wicked store, which is a standalone Wicked experience that you can walk through and buy merchandise and even meet characters.
They even had food merchandise, themed to the film. It was crazy.
Yep,
milkshakes and all, guys.
Still, there's a food kiosk outside in front of it still. So they were very clearly wanting to inject this into their parks in a big, meaningful way. And the question that we now have to ask ourselves, is that still the case? Now, was this successful enough to launch a massive theme park expansion land that will stand for at least 30 years in their new flagship theme park, Erica? You're already shaking your head.
No, I'm not seeing where the audience is going to gravitate to that long term for a theme park land. And even if it were just the original Wizard of Oz, I have a hard time even if they even went in that direction. They would have to somehow bring that front and center into society and repopularize it. I have a niece who watched the original Wizard of Oz and she was like, meh, and she's 16. So, yeah.
All right. So you, MJ, what do you think? Do you think we will see Wicked in some capacity in Epic Universe in the future as they start the major expansion that they have planned?
I don't think so. They're going to see the outcome of the second film. But remember, even though they filmed it back to back, so they really didn't spend that much money, I still think that it gave enough time for social media to do its job and expose the truth and reality of these ladies, and people are just not, fond of the two main characters, which I think hurt them, globally. To it's the numbers are showing, and the proof is in the pudding. I will see it next week with my daughters, and I'm not jumping up and down for joy. I wasn't even jumping up and down for joy seeing the first one. I do like the original Wizard of Oz. That's one of my all-time favorite films. I can see that movie anytime, any day. But I really think that the gap in the time between, when did the first one come out? 2023 or 2024?
2024, just last year.
Yeah, so that gave enough time for the media to, come on, these girls are all over social media, and
yes,
it's just not good stuff.
We watched them become a meme, essentially. I think that the legend of Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande as wacky Hollywood actresses who are completely out of touch with reality, that hit more of an emotion of chord with the audience than the actual movie did. And I actually was surprised, because typically I can, if something is good enough, I can typically detach myself from what I personally feel about an actor to experience it as a story, as just a contained narrative. Like, I can watch The Mandalorian still and just completely ignore the fact that there's Peepaw underneath that helmet, Peepaw Pedro. However, I was unable to do that in this movie. They sing this song For Good at the end, which is the title song of the film. And it is basically a song where the two of them are like holding hands and talking about how wonderful each other are and how wonderful their friendship is. And I was like, I just watched this happen for the last 4 months in every interview they've done. They have basically done this song in every single interview they've done, only weirder and with even more tears, because this is supposed to be the tearjerker.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that turned a lot of people off. And also, there was just not a lot of repeat viewing. The first movie, people went to see that 3-4 times. It became an event movie because it was so fun and upbeat for the holiday season. This is a dour movie. This is Revenge of the Sith levels of like heaviness, even though I did see Revenge of the Sith like 5 times. But that's just me, because I'm a masochist. I don't think that you're going to start seeing this get a more or get a larger presence in the theme parks going forward, especially not Epic Universe, where real estate, I think, has got to be given to the very best of the best. You've got things in Epic Universe, you've got to put things like Zelda there, right? Things that are sure to be a surefire hit, proven commodities as far as IPs go. I don't know if in 2-3 years, or by the time a Wicked Land could feasibly open in Epic Universe, if anyone will even still be talking about this. Now, they had big sequel plans. They were talking about doing more movies set in this universe, but with the way this movie has performed in its 3rd weekend, I wonder if they're still going to. I can see them going at least once more to the plate, and if that does worse, because at the end of the day, Oz is not the draw here. The story of Wicked is the draw. The source material of Wicked is the draw. The Wicked, the play, not the book. The book is horrifying. But
yeah, I've heard.
It's absolutely terrible. If you take that away, do you really think people are going to come back to this world? I personally don't think so, especially not to come in for attractions and merchandise and themed shops and themed restaurants. I don't see it.
It's wasted space if they were to do that. Aside from that, I read something, and this is unofficial, so I guess would be considered rumor and speculation. Universal's pulled permits to expand on Harry Potter over at somewhere on their property.
I've been hearing the same thing, and I've kind of figured out where in Epic Universe that expansion would go, because there is a spot in the back of that Harry Potter land where you could very clearly create a new entrance to something. But yeah, keep going, Erica.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, clearly I think Universal Creative, they're more focused on expanding what they already have. I don't think this IP is really on their radar. I think they're wanting to intermix what they currently have, even if it brings other, like Nintendo, another world or attraction to one of the other parks, to really bring the flow of the crowd throughout their entire property there in Orlando. That's where I think their head is at right now, and has been. Right. I don't think they're deviating from that.
Well, now, guys, we turn the question over to you, the audience. Is Universal green with envy over all of the other box office successes that are going on this holiday season? Has Wicked fallen flat on its face? Will they continue to try to push it into the theme parks? And if they do, are they just defying sanity?
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.